Good afternoon. If you're the average American, you spent your life not paying attention in school, falling asleep in American government class, and generally not caring at all about things that aren't football, which bachelorette couple is still together, or what William and Kate named their babies, even though we fought and won a war just so we wouldn't have to care about that type of crap ever again. But if you are the average American, you think that you can skate by with the basest form of knowledge and then get to have a very loud opinion, which, thanks to the good old red, white, and blue, you do. However, that does not excuse you from being made fun of by people who actually pay attention to what you share. My name is Alex Glenn, and welcome to the very first episode of my new web series, Viral Infection, where I take a comedic and hopefully informative look at what went viral this week, political or otherwise, and how stupid it is. Because, let's face it, you don't actually pay attention to what you're sharing, because reading is hard. But having an opinion nowadays only takes one click. Viral infection, because what you're sharing could just be killing us. Today I'll be looking at Tomi Lahren, who gained overnight attention with her epic takedown of President Barack Obama. Tomi Lahren is an anchor for One American News Network, a conservative Fox News ripoff available, according to their Wikipedia page, to around 15 million homes, which puts it just below my capability of posting a stupid YouTube video and having it hit nearly every home ever made. Calling Tomi Lahren a news anchor is like saying I can talk to women. Technically it's true, but it's not very pretty to watch. Now I hear the name Tomi Lahren and I think old, balding, white guy who wasn't good enough to get on actual TV and, who goes by the name Tommy instead of Thomas or Tom to show the kids that conservatives can be hip too. Come on over, kids. The Republicans have killer weed.
Welcome back for some quick final thoughts tonight. Now, this won't take long, but it's important.
All right. Let's continue on with what I'm sure will be a fascinating, fact-filled takedown of our current administration.
4 United States Marines are now dead. Climate change didn't kill them. Lack of free community college didn't kill them. The income gap, wage inequality, nope, not those things either. Gay marriage, nope. Oh, white racism, not that either. So what did?
Bees didn't kill them. Sharknadoes didn't kill them. No, not a Twilight movie marathon either. But what she really is trying to say is white people didn't kill them. Look, people not white can shoot places up too. But what did Muhammad Abdulaziz use to kill these people? His mixed martial arts background he was so proud of? Oh no, it was a gun. An AK-47 with 30-round magazines to be exact. And I wonder how he got that. Because it's so difficult in this country to buy a gun.
President Obama, if you won't say it, I will. Radical Islam. This is not workplace violence. This is not a criminal act with motives unknown. This is terrorism. The suspected shooter, Muhammad Abdulaziz, a devout Muslim. Do I care that he seemed like an all-American young man? Do I care that he was good at mixed martial arts or a smart, quiet guy? Do I care that his high school friends wouldn't classify him as overly religious? No, I don't give a flying you-know-what about any of that. Was he linked to ISIS or Al-Qaeda or Hamas or any of the other 15-plus offshoot terrorist groups? Does it matter? I'm sorry, but radical Islam is becoming the rule, not the exception. Yesterday's moderate is today's terrorist. I care that this SOB killed 4 of our United States Marines, and I care that our commander-in-chief is more concerned with Muslim sensitivity than the honor and sacrifice made by these Marines. Now, this is the 21st time our military men and women have been attacked here at home. This is not a Middle East problem. This is an American problem, and I'm sorry, but I can't sit here and let this go. Not anymore.
Here's a statistic for you, since Miss Lahren seems to be a little light on them at the moment. According to The Atlantic, in the year 2011, 17 U.S. civilians were killed by terrorist attacks. In 2010, that number was 15. Even in the 2013 terrorist bombing of the Boston Marathon, 3 people were killed. Now, 264 people were injured in that attack, and all of those do matter, and I don't want to make light of that situation. But I just want to ask, are you guys scared? Because I'm a little scared after listening to Tomi Lahren. I mean, how can I possibly wake up in the morning knowing full well I could be attacked by a radical Muslim, which according to her is all of them? Well, I get through it by knowing that everything and everyone is trying to kill me just a little bit harder. For instance, 71 children per day are injured by television each year, and that's not figuring in brain cells lost with each episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians or Fox News that's accidentally left on while the parents cook dinner. 26 of those kids will die. On average, 38 kids will die per year left in a hot car. In 2006, 862 people were killed by accidental firearm discharge. So technically we're better at accidentally killing ourselves than terrorists with real plans. But Tomi Lahren doesn't want to talk about that. Or how about heart disease that kills 28% of the population each year? Why haven't you waged a war on heart disease yet, President Obama? You don't have too much time left. 4 Marines are dead. And that, for lack of a better term, sucks. But I'm a little upset that Tomi Lahren seems to think that the value of our Marines inspired more viral passion and fire in her political party than when 26 people were killed by a white guy at Sandy Hook Elementary School. 20 children are dead, and the Republican Party didn't want to talk about what needed to be done to fix that. Or who killed the moviegoers in Aurora, or in Louisiana this past week. Oh, a white guy? Can somebody fact check that Muslims can be white? Yells Tomi Lahren from her dressing room where she's just taken about 30 seconds to prepare her next speech. My point is that just because these people weren't soldiers doesn't mean their lives are any less valuable.
I come from a family of Marines. My grandpa was a World War II paratrooper, my uncle a Vietnam Purple Heart recipient, my cousins both Marine Corps officers. I have some very close Navy SEAL connections as well. In fact, someone very close to my heart is deployed to the Middle East right now.
Listen, we get it. You know people in the military, but who doesn't? I mean, my father was in the Navy and my grandfather was in Korea. You won't talk to a single person who doesn't know somebody in the military. Who isn't missing someone right now? You can't throw a stick in this country without hitting somebody affected by the Department of Defense. Actually, that's not a very good metaphor. How about you can't light off a firework in this country without scaring one of your neighbors because of his inadequately diagnosed and treated PTSD.
But the sad thing is, I was telling him last night, I think you're safer over there than you would be right here in the United States of America.
Whoa. Republicans are saying that? Like Republican? Like the Republicans who profess to be the military, the political party of the military are sharing this. They're saying that a woman who says it's safer to be in the military than it is to be Tomi Lahren. Like, hey man, you in Afghanistan right now? Oh, thank God. Whatever you do, don't come back here. Way too dangerous. No, man. No. Don't be a hero. Because it is dangerous being in the military, right, Tommy? Because Americans can wake up and 99% of them can think, God, I might have spilled coffee on myself this morning and my partner may have left me and I may be a depressed mess, but at the very least, there's a good chance I won't be shot at today by a foreigner. And they'll be right. Hey, you're afraid of Muslims? Whatever you do, don't come to America. We're chock full of them. No, go to the Middle East instead.
I've had it with this failed strategy, this halfway, half-baked, tiptoe, be friendly to jihadis mentality pushed by this administration. Be a leader, someone. They, the radical Islamists, have brought the fight right here to the red, white, and blue, and it's about time we bring it to them, full force. Let's show them what the United States of America looks like up close and personal. Show them what a B-1 bomber looks like flying overhead. Show them what they're messing with. Put the fear of God in their desert, because clearly our lack of strategy isn't working.
Okay, so now, because she knows people in the military, she knows military strategy. That's great. That's like me meeting Ron Jeremy and thinking all of a sudden I know how to please a woman. She wants to bomb the Middle East, which I thought was something we did on my 13th birthday back in 2003, and obviously we got in, we got out. That went really well. So let's put the fear of God in the Middle East, which sounds, really, I changed a few words around. It sounds suspiciously like saying, let's put the fear of Allah in all these Americans. Let's do it. Let's bomb the crap out of an entire Allah-damned region just because it houses some nut jobs. If we employed that logic all the time, we could bomb the entire state of Wisconsin, no questions asked. Tomi Lahren woke up one morning deciding she would live her life as a Disney villain, afraid of everything they don't quite understand, like Governor Ratcliffe with the Native Americans in Pocahontas, or Clayton with the apes in Tarzan, or pretty much every single villager in Beauty and the Beast that's afraid of the sexy feather duster. Tomi Lahren is a scared racial hypochondriac who WebMDs every headache only to have it come up with Islam every time. The only difference between Tomi Lahren and other extremist Muslims is that her Quran says Bible on it. Like snakes or little kids, I promise you, regular Muslims are just as terrified of Tomi Lahren as we are of ISIS. Tomi Lahren, you are a religious extremist who has added nothing to the conversation besides making the easily swayed frightened. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a monster under your bed and it is wearing a turban. There will always be extremists, political, religious, or just maybe that one guy that's into WWE wrestling way too much. Throughout our history, we've been afraid of Muslims, Soviets, Germans, and the Japanese, who we actually put into our own concentration camps while Hitler's ovens were set to preheat. We will never get rid of them. Ever. These extremists are people searching for acceptance and companionship and finding the love of hating America to be that companionship. They're crazy, hive-minded nutjobs like the Manson family or Donald Trump supporters, who I will refer to as trumpeters. But do you think this country's foreign policy has suffered any more under Obama? It's fine if you do, but does anybody remember practicing air raid drills during the Cold War? Or how about when she says we need a real leader? Ugh, yeah we do. Thank God the largest foreign attack on American soil since Pearl Harbor didn't occur under George W. Bush's watch. Or what about the largest piece of Middle Eastern propaganda that came out while George H.W. Bush was president? Arabs cannot be lovable. Street rats they can be. So let's forcibly kick out all the Muslims from America. I say all legal Muslims get out of this country. Muhammad Ali gone. Dr. Oz get out. Dave Chappelle go back to Africa. Akon, DJ Khaled, Lupe Fiasco, Mos Def. All of you, I'm sorry you've been law-abiding citizens, but you're gone. Because nothing will make Muslims love us more than kicking them out of their homes. Like removing a hornet's nest from its resting place. Because those hornets swarming you just want to give you a big hug of gratitude. I guess my point is you can't judge an entire section of the world based on its extremists. It wouldn't be fair. Otherwise I could, based on Tomi Lahren, assume all Christians are ignorant, racist, warmongering douchebags. Because, like Jesus Christ himself once said, turn the other cheek so I can slap you on that side of your face too. Until next time, I'm Alex Glenn, and this has been your very first dose of antivirals. Thank you.